Pop art was an art movement that dominated the art world in the mid-20th century. Considered the last prominent modern art movement, it is characterized by bright colors and use of recognizable imagery from popular culture like advertisements, celebrities, mundane cultural objects, and comic book characters. Pop art emerged in the United Kingdom and the United States in the 1950s with the works of artists like Jasper Johns, and it gained widespread attention with the emergence of Andy Warhol, and it continues to remain relevant even in today's society. The pop art movement was a way to appeal to the masses. In other words, the artist wanted everyone to be able to relate and enjoy their artwork, not just those who could analyze difficult to understand art like abstracts. The pop artists believed that art had become too individualized and hard to understand, so they used common everyday objects that people would easily recognize. The pop artist paintings would include subject matter taken right from American popular culture like Coke bottles, hamburgers, soup cans, celebrities, and comic books. These pop art paintings and sculptures force people to notice the beauty and uniqueness of the ordinary things around them. The images were often very large with shiny, bold colors and were impossible to ignore. Hey guys, here is what you're going to be needing today for your supply list in order to create your paper mache pop art project. We have newspaper, we have color pencil, we also have glue, and we have a bucket, and you're going to use that glue and the bucket to mix together your water and glue solution. We also have paints, paint brushes, we have permanent marker, pencil, and scissors, and last but not least, we have a big sheet of thick white paper. Here I have completed the first step, where we have a pile of strips of newspaper that I cut, and here are some of the interesting text sayings that I cut that we're going to glue on top of that. And over here we have our Elmer's glue and our green bucket, where we're going to mix our solution together. So the way that we mix our solution together is we're going to take all of this glue, which happens to be 16 fluid ounces, which is 2 cups, and we're going to pour all of that into the green bucket. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to get 2 cups of water and pour into that. So we're going to mix that together, and that will create your paper mache solution. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Guys, I have completed laying down the newspaper strips onto my paper, and whoo-wee, that's messy, but that's all right. Life's messy, clean it up. Now I haven't put on my text yet, and I'm going to do that here in just a second so you can strategically place them so they'll be noticeable on your paper before you start drawing your pop art on top. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my art studio. After a couple of days of drying the newspaper and glue solution, I had to come and set heavy books on top of it to flatten it out, because sometimes when you're dealing with Elmer's glue and water solution, such as we have, when you're putting it on paper, it will tend to bow up or it will wrinkle a little bit. So what I like to do is to let books set on top of it for a couple of days in order to flatten it back out. So let's see what we have, okay? So the next step of what we're going to do is we are going to draw out our image and put it on our newspaper and probably glue that together. Or you could just draw directly on the newspaper. It's totally your preference. All right.